Well, we believe that all things on this planet deserve to spread their wings and fly to the highest skies and mountains. Only then can we truly experience a sense of freedom. We are free to be unique and colorful. That is a direct quote from the band Les Kingdoms, a Toronto-based, Brooklyn-rooted group that's touring New York and back home to tell us about their music and their mission.
Well, first we welcome lead singer Caroline Akwe, who hails from Haiti, then Brooklyn, and also has family ties to Gabon, Africa. Welcome to BK Live.
Thank you so much.
And her counterpart is Canadian-Korean rapper, singer, and songwriter Nicholas So. Together, they formed Les Kingdoms, which recently released a new single called Wild Wild World, which they'll be performing for us in just a few minutes. And thank you both for joining us here today.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, right from the beginning, it is Les Kingdoms.
Yes.
So when you see them, get it right. And don't be ignorant when you tell your friends it's Les Kingdoms. Act like you're on the inside, right?
There
it's
you
like,
go.
yeah, I know Les Kingdoms.
So we have to ask you, how would you, this is always good, because everybody always wants to, sort of comment after they perform, and it's like, say what they thought about it. How do you describe your music?
You know what, the foundation is hip hop, but we mix a lot of different styles, because we have so many different inspirations growing up in our background. Classical music, my mother always, pushed me to do classical music, so I was classically trained. And so for me, the melodic aspect of music was always there. But then I listened to rock and gospel and, Brazilian music, and everything was playing in the house. So all of these inspirations kind of followed me in my musical journey, and I bring that, in the Kingdoms.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, mine is very similar as well. My mom's actually a piano teacher, so when I was growing up, she was always playing piano. I started lessons with her. I gave up on that, and I went to someone else because...
Does she have the ruler?
Yeah, it was very old school. Families can always be harder than, teachers sometimes. So from that, I got into hip-hop when I was early, around 8 years old, 10 years old.
Did your mom freak?
Yeah, so they found a CD. My first CD that I ever bought was Ludacris, Word of Mouth. Okay. And I was too young to buy it, so I don't remember exactly how I got it.
Still had the sticker.
Yeah, exactly. So it was explicit. I went in the store. I think I asked someone else to buy it for me. I got it. I played it at home so much. My parents came home one day, and they freaked out.
Really?
Yeah,
what
they
are you
hid it from me.
listening to?
I got it back. And the rest is history ever since.
The rest is
just hide in the
history.
stash somewhere.
So what are these kingdoms that you guys refer to in Les Kingdoms? What's that a reference to?
Les Kingdoms is it's many things. First and foremost, we're definitely a spiritual, physical collaboration of using the power of diversity. So Les Kingdoms would encompass, the mentality we have is that every living creature has an energy and a vibration. Mm-hmm. So when we envelop our music and our senses, we're not only entitled to what we feel, but what everything feels. That's our motto, because that's where we draw a lot of inspiration from different things.
Exactly, and it does feel like we're all part of different kingdoms in this world. Asian kingdom, African kingdom, American kingdom. All of these kingdoms, and I think he said using the power of diversity, because that is really what I think makes our music interesting and special. It's because we're coming with those different, our ancestry, different history, all that is all kind of like merging into this one style that we create.
Well, I'd love to hear more about that, because you talk about these kingdoms, and sometimes, especially in this current climate, it feels more like silos where we're so separated, but the barriers to us talking to each other and communicating and creating get lower every day, but people are choosing to segment themselves. So I wondered how you guys came together and found each other and created this musical blend. Haiti, Gabon, Korea, Toronto, Canada.
Haiti, of course. Can't forget Haiti.
Like, what Star Wars outpost bar did you meet at and make the kingdoms possible?
God, really? You know what is really interesting, because actually I was living in Ottawa at the time, and I was looking for a videographer because Nick was in film at university, and I put an ad because I was looking for a videographer to shoot some videos that I wanted to do, and he was the only person to answer my ad.
He's the only one.
It's so sad.
You only need one.
So sad. Not something to gloat about. I was like, yes, that one person. Let me contact this one person who might want to shoot some of my videos. And then that's it. We kind of like started talking about music and everything. I always had a passion for production and hip hop and beats, because I love hip hop. But I was more of a singer, songwriter, piano, kind of like classical. And when I met Nick, it was kind of like my opportunity to kind of like dive into that, because that's what he was all about.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, this is it. This is my chance to kind of really go in there and So I got into production. So now I make beats. So I'm really kind of like the mastermind behind the sound of the Kingdoms. With
Well,
yeah.
Lake Kingdom's the mastermind of the sound. You guys also turn in some looks as well. We have some images here just of you guys in performance.
looks
so
good, actually.
it's more than just about the sound. You're giving it to the people. This is just like a
Trying,
little
you know, just a little.
taste of what's out there. So
Yeah.
what is the difference between, how would you describe the music scene in a place like Toronto versus like Brooklyn? I listen to Q on NPR at
Yeah,
night, so
right,
I
yeah.
like have this much of an insight as to what music might be like there. But how would you describe the difference, Nick?
I think the difference here is that obviously it's where hip hop started. It's the birthplace of hip hop. So for me, my perspective on it is that a lot of music came from here, so it's always going to stay here. The roots of it are going to stay here. The big difference I would say is that a lot of Toronto local music it's not on the radio per se. It's more of the mainstream that's on the radio. So whereas here, while we're here, we've experienced so many different kinds of music already on the
Just
radio.
going
It's
to-
just local
on the-
play.
Yeah, on the radio.
a lot
just
of different
even going
stuff.
to bars and open mics and just hearing so many different, styles of music and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think that that the expression here is really loud and really vibrant. And I think that's what we love about Brooklyn.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you back.
So happy. Oh my God. So happy to be here. It's just, yeah.
So what are we going to hear from you guys when you get up and bless us with the song? This is a new track.
This is our
new
new song.
track,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's called Wow Wow World.
Yeah.
It's our single right now. It's available on iTunes and Spotify. And you can also check it on our website. It's called www.leskingdoms.com, leskingdoms.com.
All right, so
And,
we have you live in the studio today, but where else
Yeah.
can we catch you when you guys leave here?
Actually,
I'll see
yeah.
you
So
around.
we're actually doing the Brooklyn Music Week at the end of August. Yeah. So we're going to be back for that. So we're doing a little bit of promotion for that as well. We have a few media events going on and a few performances, but that's mainly why we're here.
All right,
So
all right.
hopefully you can catch us there.
we will. So,
All right, are we ready?
as promised.
Here we go. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, for your listening pleasure, Les Kingdoms.
What's innovation without a profit? Undoubtedly. The only thing that could stop me is low calories, no energy, dead end job, loving society. Slow reality down, I'll bring it back through my first eye. Whoa, the irony, my vocal capability stretches the moons and the stars. The sun's being eaten by Jupiter, Mars, who provides stupider bars. We all focus on the wrong things. If money is king in your world, then your vision is charred. But I'm fresh, so I always keep the best in my bar for my guests, and always keep a couple next to the jar, just in case. I always knew my newish was the bomb, but no way, no ticks. We like to keep those bloodsuckers away. The truth is hard to swallow, but sometimes harder to say. And this song is like illuminated doorway in a cave full of fortune and fame. All the money in the world couldn't change a damn thing.
It's a wild, wild world, living in a broken place. Is there love? Is there any hope in this? It's a wild, wild world. Can you mend a broken heart? Is there love? Is there any hope for us?
What a feeling to love so unconditionally. Your whole life in a box that's on a label, sits on the table. They feed you these fables, make you unable to see real pictures. Like no cable, disabled your senses. Ingenuity without genuine intuition can be fatal. The human nation consuming nations. The fumigation of ruling patrons is too important. In other words, it's very vital that the movements we induce with this music take it to somewhere sacred. No human idol can make this world a better place. This factual information is what we intake. I'm a mason building basements, trying to carry my own weight. When my luck was down, I held my chin up and kept going straight. No fake smile on my face, no break time, no break lines. With each line, we're feeling more innards like dinner steaks. Put nicer raps on tracks than train sets on Christmas Day. Now there's reason enough to celebrate. Pop champagne and bring the cake. Let them hate, let them know what's really on your mind. Let them fall behind, let them miss the line, let them miss the line. Let them lose their minds, wondering why we won't die. We just intervene like in a dream and then we multiply.
It's a wild, wild world, living in a broken place. Is there love? Is there any hope in this? It's a wild, wild world. Can you mend a broken heart? Is there love? Is there any hope for us? And I see the sunny sky I see the sunrise shining bright. Can you feel the light? Ooh, love is here. Love is what you fight for when you're living in a wild, wild world. Living in a broken place.
It's wild, wild. Yeah.
Is there any hope in this? It's a wild, wild world. Is there love in a broken any love? Is there any hope? Is there any hope? It's a wild, wild world.
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 We can make it
Better if we try. Let's take it one day at a time.